Hey guys, Probo1701 here, and today we're going to be reviewing Mawdryn Undead, a 5th Doctor story from Season 20, and the first story in the Black Guardian trilogy. I enjoy this one. I don't love this one, but I do like it. It is good. I think it's probably second place for the Black Guardian trilogy. Enlightenment's my favorite one, and Terminus is just kind of forgettable. But this one is pretty good. I really like the story itself. I think it's a really neat story. I love how it does time mechanic, how it plays with time and really incorporates time travel in the Doctor and how he can time travel and cause and effect and seeing effect before cause a lot of times. It's a really well written story and really incorporates those kind of ideas really well. It's really nice to see the Brigadier back. I always enjoy seeing Nicholas Courtney back as the Brigadier. And he does a really good job here playing the Brigadier twice over. And I like how he plays the 1977 Brigadier a little more military, just retired, whereas the 83 Brigadier, he plays a little more relaxed, kind of settled in, kind of getting used to civilian life, and the way he speaks and the way he acts and the way he dresses is very different too. I think they do a good job with the makeup and the hair coloring at differentiating the age, the 6-year age difference. You know, there's no CGI or anything there. They just did that with how they dressed him and the way they did the mustache and the no mustache. It was done really, really well. Peter Davison is fine in this one. Nyssa and Tegan are fine in this one. It's a good story. Mawdryn, I like the actor playing Mawdryn. I know he was also in Robots of Death and Revenge of the Cybermen. He's good here. I don't like the design of the scientists on the thing, with the way their faces are done, with the little cap on, especially that little cap on their head. Always, I never like that. I think it's one of the things that puts me off of the story and really keeps it from being like top tier. Is that just bugs me every time I look at it. Which it's supposed to be disturbing. I mean, they're in a lot of pain. It really is a kind of Flying Dutchman situation, as they mentioned in the making of documentary. This kind of Flying Dutchman situation where you also tie in things like you know, the downside of searching for immortality. Kind of like what happens with Barusa in $5, learning that, you know, immortality might not be the blessing it's cracked up to be, and that there might be, you know, sometimes people who end up looking for, people who go looking for immortality wind up with way more than they bargained for. Like the Doctor that makes a deal with the devil in that old story with Faust. I don't know actually how you pronounce his name. Faust. I always see it, but I never hear it. Faust, whatever. You see that kind of at play here too. I like Turlough in this. It's a good introduction story for Turlough. I like Mark Strickson. Turlough is not... I really liked Turlough when I was young. Just because it was cool to see, you know, when I was a little kid in the 80s, you see a male companion, because I never really saw much of Jamie, so he was really the main male companion I saw. And I didn't quite get his underhandedness. He's definitely out for himself, but Mark plays that really well. I also really enjoyed, I watched the making of, because I always enjoy the making ofs, and the making of for Mawdryn Undead is really good. Matter of fact, I think I like the making of better than I like the story, and I don't dislike the story, I just really enjoyed that making of. I really like hearing all the stories about stuff, hearing Nicholas Courtney talk about how he didn't quite understand what was going on, but that he better figure it out. And then hearing Mark Strickson talk about the little crystal he had to hold when he's talking to the Black Guardian, how the studio lights were so hot that to get the thing to actually light up under the studio lights, they had to have it they had to have a wire running through his sleeve and stuff and have it hooked up to a car battery. It was the only way to make it bright enough for it to show up on camera. But because of that, it became scalding hot really fast. So he would have to do, you know, really quick takes with it. So in the story, when you see him being kind of frantic with the Black Guardian, he probably is really frantic because that thing's scalding his hand. He's trying to get it over with. And that's why he's cupping his hand like this. He's usually hiding the wire running down. But I just get amused by the fact that in real life, Mark's probably like, freaking thing is hot. I mean, you better get it this tape. That amuses me. Plus, you know, just seeing interviews with, you know, like seeing interviews with Nicholas Courtney is always a treat since he's left us now. Seeing interviews with the director or writer, Peter, I think Peter's passed away. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm sure he has by now. He's a good Doctor Who director. Hearing his thoughts on it is really, really neat. Yeah, I actually enjoyed the making of better than the actual story. I like the story. I love the fact they bring the Black Guardian back, because I like the Black Guardian. I just really like Valentine. He is such a good actor. That voice of his is so good. And I know in his younger days he did a lot of radio stuff, which makes perfect sense because that voice of his is just magnificent. It just oozes evil, which is interesting because, again, you hear in the making of, everybody talks about how he's a pretty nice fella to get along with. People seem to have really respected him and really liked him, and that even at that age, because he was older at this time, and he passed away not long afterwards, he was very concerned with his performance and wanted to make sure the director was getting the performance he wanted. But man, that voice of his is just so good, and he is so good as the Black Guardian, and just being of total evil. He is so good at that. I watched the special edition with the enhanced effects. Most of the time, if a classic Doctor Who story has enhanced effects, I watch it with the enhanced effects. It really helps this one a lot. Like when Turlo and the Black Guardian are first talking, the background is much better because the original background is garbage. Looks much better with that little black mist going on behind them. I like how when he's holding the crystal actually lights up better and has that little swirl around it. Looks a lot better. So the enhanced effects really do help improve the story. I mean, you can watch it fine without them, but I definitely recommend it with them. I think the story really benefits for those little touch-ups they did for the DVD release. And when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm sure that I'll be watching the enhanced versions of it as well. Trying to remember... It's a good start off to the Black Guardian trilogy, because I tend to like the Black Guardian trilogy, even if Terminus is forgettable. I don't think any of the stories are just inherently bad. Terminus is just forgettable, and I really enjoy Enlightenment. And Mawdryn Undead, again, is a good story. Not the best execution, but a good story, especially script-wise. I really like the ideas in it. And I really enjoyed in the making of, at the end, since it deals so much with immortality, it's asking everyone, would they want to live forever? And I absolutely adore Nick Courtney's response. Because, they ask him, he's like, live forever? Oh, God, no. Just the way he says that. He is just so appalled by the very idea. Live forever? Oh, God, no. I absolutely love how he does that. Especially, since he has passed. Knowing that there's probably some part of him that is perfectly okay with that, because I know he was in a lot of pain at the end. I can't remember if he had cancer or leukemia or what it was he died of, but I'm sure he was in a lot of pain right there at the end. So to be released from that, it's just, I don't know, when I find out an actor has passed away and then you see old interviews with them where they're okay with that, they kind of face that head on. I really like that. So that was my favorite part of the whole making of, was just that his response. Oh, God, no.
Live forever? Oh, God, no.
It put a little bit of a smile on my face seeing it. So yeah, Mawdryn Undead. A good story. Nice to have the Brigadier back. Nice to see the Brigadier interacting with the Fifth Doctor. I really, really like it. So what do you think? Where does it rank for you in the Black Guardian trilogy? What do you think of the Black Guardian trilogy? Comment down below, because I always enjoy hearing from you guys and finding out your opinions on stuff I talk about as well. Other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon if you like what I do and would like to contribute to what I do. There is a link to that down in the description below. Most importantly though, thank you for watching.